Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the second Uncharted podcast. I'm Tim88,
I'm Drafty.
and today we have a special guest. He is a Uncharted 3 competitive player and an Uncharted 4 champ. His name is Pumas. Welcome, Pumas.
Hey, what's up, guys?
So, tell us about how you got into competitive gaming.
Well, I started out probably when I was about 14, 15 years old. It was around the time in Uncharted 3 with the Clever tournament. If you guys remember that?
Clever, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, the Clever, the $500. I think that was like one of the first cash prizes for Uncharted 3. So that was around the time when I was seeing all these top teams like Get Positive, OMG, Pro, etc. Just entering that tournament, just watching YouTube videos. So I decided to make my own team. And that's around the time when I met you, Tim, when we kind of formed the Sharpshooters
Oh
OG.
my goodness, that
Yeah.
what a nightmare that was. What was your first team name?
Oh, TKM.
And what did that stand for, huh?
I don't know. The Kid
Oh, you don't
Molesters.
know? Yeah?
No, the Killing Machines. I think that was pretty cringy looking back now, but whatever. And then we formed the Sharpshooters. I think we had a little fight or whatever, and I kind of made XP after that. Kind of
Along
how I
with
got into it.
along with Silver Fox, who says
Silver
it's his
Fox.
team.
Yeah,
What's up with that? He said it was his team name and everything.
yeah. It was his team according to him.
So, are you on any current teams now?
Right now, no. I'm actually not playing anything competitive at the moment. I'm kind of waiting on Destiny 2 to come out and hopefully get competitive on that. But I think Uncharted 4. As for me, I'm kind of just taking a break from it, or I came back for a couple of days, but right now I'm not currently looking for a team or anything. I'm kind of taking a break from Uncharted itself.
So you first started off in art for Uncharted 4. Then you brought
Yeah.
back Ares. Can you tell us some of the differences between the teams, like the players and all that?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So I think with art, I felt like that team was more, kind of like, more friend-like, more connected as friends. I think communication was a little better in that team. And then Ares, when you look at the point of view from Ares, it's kind of more, hey, we were just out to win, and we were just, we were kind of a group of friends, but we were more interested in winning, winning tournaments, winning every game. That's probably the most competitive team I've ever been in.
Yeah.
But art itself, it was competitive as well. As you guys know, they won the first major Uncharted tournament that ESL, I believe, came out with. But both teams were a lot of fun to play with. That's as far as differences. I'd say that art was more, I guess, a little more casual, but they still had the abilities to win any tournament or any ladder.
Yeah.
Now, which team did you prefer?
That's kind of a tough question. In art, I think I had more fun playing in art in terms of just like joking around and still winning. And I think at the end of the day, though, if I wanted to, I'm a very competitive person, so I think that's kind of why I made Ares, and I wanted to win, every match.
Hmm.
So I can't really tell you which one.
D-
I would say, yeah.
do you regret that you didn't start off with Ares first?
I do because the plan was always that I wanted to start off with Ares. I told Messi that I wanted to start off with that team because I told him that if I started off with Art, I knew we would win something. I knew we were going to win something at the beginning, or do something, and then it'd be harder to leave them because I knew that eventually I wanted to at least give Ares a shot. At least make the team. But yeah, I do regret it in that sense. But Messi kind of wanted to make KS at the beginning, and he kind of wanted to learn the game first before he came out with Ares. But that, my biggest regret was leaving Art kind of short notice and kind of just in the middle of the game when I think we had I could have stuck with them, or it's kind of shady that how the whole situation happened.
Yeah.
Now, who were you closest with on arts?
Barry Haynes and LVP. I think you guys see me playing with Barry, almost every weekend still.
Yeah.
LVP just came back too, so I've been playing some Destiny with him. But I would say those were probably the two closest players I was with on the team. Barry kind of recruited me into art, so I thank him for that, and he kind of had he kind of saw that we could do good things on the team together, and he had a point there. LBP also kind of when I was playing with him, even though LBP is kind of like a veteran at Uncharted, so he still taught me a couple things just because I started playing later on in Uncharted 3, so I learned from him. So
Hmm.
he's a very good friend of mine too.
Now, what about in Ares?
Well, I've always been a good friend with Messi, so I would say that Messi was probably one of my closest friends in that team. Laura was kind of a good friend in there. I didn't actually know him that well, but until I recruited him.
Who is that?
But
Who?
Naruto Lori.
Oh,
Naruto Lori.
yeah.
Yeah. Actually didn't know him that well going into the game because I always thought he was kind of a noob in Uncharted 3, but in Uncharted 4 he kind of showed his colors, and
Yes, he
turned out
showed
to
the
be.
lag as well.
He showed what?
All that lag, that
Yeah.
Italian lag.
Hey.
That's all right. He's a good player.
Yeah. But that's kind of one of those. But I liked his passion for the game in terms of like just players that want to win. Laura's probably the one of the most players with the most ambition, and just that's kind of what I was looking for. So I kind of made him like my right hand guy in Ares, just because Messi was a little less active than Uncharted 3. But that's kind of how I see it.
Do you think teams gave up on Uncharted 4 too fast? Ever since Naughty Dog never came out with another extra game mode, or just the big three where it was just TDM, Plunder, Command.
I think a lot of teams did give up too fast, but I don't blame them just because the lack of support from Naughty Dog, the game itself, if you compare it to Uncharted 3, it just isn't the same. It's still a decent game to me. I'm not gonna hate on Uncharted 4, but there are definitely some opportunities there.
Do you?
Oh,
sorry. Do you think that the possibility that Naughty Dog will finally support possibly the future game, The Last of Us 2, competitively, considering the fact that so many people still play that game competitively today?
I think they should. I think looking at the esports ladder, the Last of Us ladder has more matches played. If is that right, or at least around the same?
Close, yeah, close to it.
Yeah, and I think The Last of Us has a little more potential just because I feel like that game is I feel like people still play that game even today. It's crazy. You can still find pubs pretty quick, and I gave it a shot a couple weeks ago just to play some Last of Us eSport Hub matches, and we found matches insanely quick. I think even faster than Uncharted 4, really. So I think Naughty Dog, if they show support in it, they could do something. They could do something with it. They could at least do sponsor some type of tournament for that. I think it has a future for it. I think it has a brighter future than Uncharted 4 competitive.
Yeah.
What happened to your YouTube, man? You were one of the biggest Uncharted YouTubers with around 2,500? I mean 1,500. Excuse me.
It was like 1,700 or something.
1,700?
Yeah.
So what happened?
Well, I just stopped playing Uncharted competitively, and that's kind of where all my viewers came from. So I didn't, I once uploaded like a Destiny Trials video, and it only had like maybe less than 500 views. So I kind of just was like, well, this isn't something that I don't think my viewers would like to see. So I kind of stopped there. The main channel is all about Uncharted competitive, and then once I kind of took a break from that, it just kind of, it kind of stopped. I do want to restart it though, for Destiny 2. I know I have a tutorial video on my channel for a subclass, and I got it has like 25,000 views on it's my most popular video, and it's not even an Uncharted video. I have a Destiny tutorial video. So my goal is for Destiny 2 is potentially make some tutorial videos and maybe some competitive matches. So I think the viewers will enjoy the competitive matches.
Now, do you have any tips?
Tips for
Did you have any tips for any up and coming YouTubers, Uncharted YouTubers?
Yeah. Just keep uploading consistently. That's all I did. Keep uploading live matches. Keep uploading consistently. Work on your channel art. Work on thumbnails. But the key word here is consistent. That's it. And just be yourself. Don't change your personality to get more subs. Just be yourself, and you'll get your own type of subs. So that's my best tip there.
Which team or player do you admire the most in the Uncharted community? And then also, what is your favorite Uncharted memory?
Let's see. So favorite team that I admire the most. Let's go back to Uncharted 3. I think I preferred, it's kind of like not embarrassing story, but like just kind of like my ambition was always like, hey, maybe one day I can get into Pro. Pro is a team that I respected a lot just because they kind of had that mentality, like, let's win every game. let's win the season, let's win the tournaments. So that's kind of how I based all my teams. I wanted to go in and win. So that's a team that I respected a lot. Croatia is kind of one of those players that I admired a lot, just because he had that winning mentality, and he kind of put players in their place if they weren't doing well. So I kind of admired that. Uncharted 4, um, it's hard to say. I mean, I admire the teams I was in. I was in Art and Aries, so those teams I respected a lot. I admired Barry a lot because, hey, he was not the best player, but he could keep a team together, and he could manage a team well. He knew his place as well. He knew he did what's best for the team. I think a lot of people would say that Art would be better without Barry, but if Barry wasn't in that team would just probably disband, just because egos or anything. In terms of my favorite Uncharted memory, I think winning my first tournament in Uncharted 3. That was probably the something I look back. I probably watch that finals video against Seed like once every 2 months or so. It used to be a lot more often, but I think nowadays I don't have as much time. Just winning your first tournament is just kind of was just like, hey, you finally did it. You can put the season behind, take a break. You won your money. You did it with your team. That's like the best moment. You all celebrate, and you just kind of take a break from then, and you're the champs. You won. You proved you were the best team.
Gotcha. I honestly thought you were going to say that you admired Team Novem, but it's all good.
Remember the name.
I think that's all the time we have today. I'm going to put Pumas' YouTube in the description. Thank you very much for the interview, Pumas.
Hey, no problem. Anytime.
And we'll see you guys next week. Take care.